Oh, it's time for everybody's favorite foursome, the Talk of the Town Unfiltered, with Showtime, Mr. Talk of the Town, Rich Girl, D. Marie, and DJ Green. Bringing you the real, the raw, and the ratchet. Now let's get on with the show. Yo, what it look like, what it be like, what it is. Welcome to the latest and greatest edition of the Talk of the Town Unfiltered podcast. Of course, you know me, Showtime, Mr. Talk of the Town. I got the Talk of the Town crew with me. Let's start off with, who I want to start off with today? Let's start off with the one with the Spartan shirt on, representing that NSU, that HBCU/AKA. What's popping?
Do y'all know the saying? Y'all know how it goes? Behold the
green and the gold.
That's it. You said, do we know how it goes? Of course we know how it goes. Of course we know.
Y'all was in the town before I was in the town.
Right, exactly. What's good with you, mama?
Nothing much, out here. Another day. Blessed.
Can I just say that your plants are back there flourishing? I definitely see that.
Thank you. I live in a jungle, actually. I live in a jungle.
My mother would love that. My mother loved plants. She loved plants.
Are there any particular plants that are like your favorites right now? Because that one in the back looks pretty good.
Oh, that's my pothos. That's a golden pothos right there. I really love my rattlesnake calathea. I have a Monstera deliciosa over there. I have a pearls and jade pothos, a queen marble pothos. Oh, I love my rubber plant, my prayer plants, and I have a fiddle leaf fig tree.
What is it like? Is a botanist? You don't know science like that. What is
no, I don't. I just have a great. It just runs in the family. Just something that I used to grow up in the garden, like with my mom growing up, and then her mom and her mom's mom all did it. So it's just a green thumb, just passed down that I love plants.
That's DJ Green thumb.
Green love plants too. Green love plants.
Right, y'all love a different.
Is the green for plants, money, or marijuana?
Yeah,
all three.
Oh, okay.
Love trees. We love trees.
Right.
It's a plant, so hey.
Right.
Yes.
All right, that's what's up. Welcome, D. Marie and DJ Green up in this thing. What's popping, player?
Chilling. I ain't got much to say. Just ready to cover these topics.
Okay. All right. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's it.
R Jizzle, R to the G, got the tat showing. What's up with it?
What's good here with my gang? Ready to get popping, ready to have another lit show like we always do.
Your nail colors are flourishing today. Pink and yellow.
She changed them.
Pink and lime green. You switched it up?
Yeah, I did.
And they're a little pointy at the top. So that lets me know that you went to the nail shop this week, huh?
No, I did them.
You're lying.
I did
You're lying. You're such a liar.
Like this.
That's her side hustle.
I did that.
You're lying. So
I went on YouTube and saw some videos, and I did them myself.
So you're back out in the street.
I'm talented. Well, hey, what can I say? I'm talented.
That's
without any of the proper equipment, right?
if it's one thing that I hear about RG is that she's talented. That's what I hear. I'm not gonna say who I hear it from, but
that's what the word on the street is.
Word on the street is that,
I'm talented.
RG has several different talents. Yes, I must say that. All right, man. So glad to be here. Glad to chat it over with y'all. So like Green said, let's get into these topics. We got a whole lot to talk about. We're gonna bring you the real. We're gonna bring you the raw, and we are gonna definitely bring you the ratchet. But first and foremost, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Of course, we got the YouTube channel popping. All you got to do is go to youtube.com/Talk of the Town Unfiltered. Hit that subscribe button, man. We're trying to get up to 250 subscribers on the channel. Hit that joint right now and just help us out. Show us some love. Head on over to YouTube. We got people watching on YouTube. If you watch on YouTube, shout out to you. We salute you. We appreciate that love. But if you're not on YouTube, just make sure that you go over there right now and hit that subscribe button. All right, so let's get into these real, raw, and ratchet stories of the night. First story, the real story. So we'll break it up into sections. Let's talk about some real news. We got to talk about what's going on out in Chicago, man. It is crazy out there in Chi-Town right now. A whole lot of killings, a whole lot of violence, a whole lot of murder. If you haven't heard the latest story was that earlier this week, 15 people were shot, 10 women and 5 men were shot and wounded Wednesday morning, ranging in ages from 21 to 65 in like at a funeral.
That's crazy.
10 women?
10 females. I don't necessarily know if there were 10 females. Yeah. 10 females and 5 males were shot. So somebody just came up and just kind of sprayed the whole funeral procession.
Was it at the church or like at the gravesite?
At the funeral. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it might have been. It was at the funeral home actually. So I guess I don't know if they were, they were having the
where they were outside.
Yeah, they were having the
so it must have been like
funeral service or whatever at the funeral home, and apparently they somebody shot up the entire joint. 15 people. So like, what do y'all think? What's going on in Chicago? What needs to happen?
It's crazy. Like it needs to be a lockdown.
They need to ban guns straight up.
They need to do what?
They need to ban guns in Chicago straight up. It's too much.
Ban like handguns? Because I don't think that makes it.
Are you gonna different. You
like New York City? Well, you can have a gun in your home no matter where you are in the country. But in New York City, you can't have a gun.
Right, but do you think that's the solution? Like, do you think that's gonna stop people though?
I mean, this way, everybody with a gun, they can just lock them and give them like instant 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Like you're automatically in violation at that point.
Like New York, yeah.
Like New York, like they gotta like. I wouldn't say that for every city, but they need to ban guns in Chicago.
Well, the president
outside of Chicago is. I'll be saying no, you got your guns, but in Chicago, no guns.
Yeah, well, the president said he's going to send the feds into Chicago. He's sending the feds into Chicago and into
I did read that.
Albuquerque, New Mexico, to combat violence. Now, the mayor of Chicago, Lightfoot, said that she wasn't with it at first, but now they've come to an agreement where Trump is going to send federal agents into Chi-Town and act as kind of like reinforcements to law enforcement agents. They're not going to be walking around, according to him, they're not going to be walking around in like military gear, or they're not going to be in fatigues or anything like that.
Right.
But they are going to come and help out with some existing investigations and try to clean the city up. I think that's a good thing. Like I think that's a good thing. I mean, I think we got to do something to get like a hold on this thing, because at this point,
that's out of control.
Like it's completely out of control. Like literally, like anytime you shoot somebody at a funeral.
At a funeral.
Yeah, that's a first.
Like if you watch The Wire, like I watched The Wire, and you know about the Sunday truce. I would assume that the same type of truce would apply for a funeral, but maybe I'm bugging.
Wow.
Maybe I'm bugging. I would assume that there's certain things that happen at a funeral that will cause you to be like, all right, well, I'm gonna chill right here.
Was it just one attacker? I'm thinking that the people shooting back too. Like it was. I think.
They did say people shot back.
60 shots got let off.
They said
I don't think one person did that.
They said people shot back. That was
return fire also.
Right. Yeah, they came strapped.
They came strapped.
Oh yeah, you ain't going to no funeral in Chicago without a pistol. Like, nah, you're not going to a funeral.
And the thing with Chicago is that this has been going on for so long. Yeah. Like, at what point, that's why I'm happy. Something.
I said, why not lock them down? Lock them down. Force them to stay in the house. You can't go doing drive-bys if you got to stay in the house.
But if I'm a gang member, like I don't think you telling me to stay in the house is gonna stop nothing.
But you'll have the people on the streets monitoring, making sure.
So martial law, basically.
Right.
They won't be able to stay in the house. That's not
martial law. Great.
Right.
You can't leave the house. They can't ever do that. They're never gonna be able to do that. But they can ban.
They did it. We did it. We quarantined. We did it.
No, that's because we were. That's because we wanted to. Right. That's because we were. That's because
what? Get it out. What?
That's because we were law-abiding citizens. These folks that are walking around shooting up the funeral, they're not obeying anybody's laws. They're not thinking about like, oh well, the governor said I got to stay until 9:00. Nah, if you busting off at a funeral, you have no regard for life. You have no regard for anybody's laws or anything.
Nothing.
At all.
Like you're just trying to let off. So hopefully that something will come and we can get this issue resolved, because Chicago is crazy, right? And I love Chicago. Like Chicago is one of my favorite cities. It has become one of my favorite cities over the years. But over there,
why were you there? Why were you in Chicago?
I've been to Chicago a couple of times. I've had speaking engagements in Chicago.
All right. That's where I was going with it, D3. You already know. I didn't know what name he was about to drop. Who did you meet in Chicago?
You said he lied about going to Chicago.
Were you at R. Kelly's house?
No,
Ate dinner with Kanye. What happened in Chicago?
I had brunch with Michael Jordan. And then after that, me and Scottie Pippen hung
Went
out.
to Oprah's show, was on Oprah's show. She interviewed you.
No. Oprah wasn't doing her show anymore. Oprah invited me over for dinner.
Okay.
Me, her, and Stedman. We hung out for a little bit. They wanted me to.
Like you did for Harpo Studios.
They wanted to give me a show on OWN, but they was like, you got to get rid of those 3 other that dead weight that you're carrying. But I was like, nah, they my people's. Like I can't let them go. So
you're a real one. You're a real one.
Right. They wanted to give me a show. You ever heard of like a Iyanla Van Zandt show?
You're right.
Yeah. That was supposed to be me.
Yeah.
That was me. That was
okay.
Me. That was me. Yeah,
I can see you.
Yeah. But then I was like, nah, I don't want to let my peoples go. So that's what's up. So I'm glad to be here with y'all. Let's see what else we got in real news. Oh, also your boy, your man, Uncle Joe. So Joe Biden, of course, the presidential election is coming up in November. So now it's getting down to the nitty gritty about who is Joe Biden going to choose as his running mates, and it's it's getting close. So now time is coming near because Joe had basically said that he was going to commit to having a woman as his vice president. That was his commitment. So now they're saying he's actually narrowed it down to 4 black women. So he's narrowed it down to 4 black women because, of course, they say Joe is the next person, like he's the next president. And if it ain't about black women, like Joe has to represent for black. Oh wait, that's the wrong picture.
Whoa. What's going on here?
Hold on, Joe. Slow down, Joe.
What's going on?
Slow down, Joe. I don't know what's going on here.
What's going on?
I think that's the picture we should have.
Hey.
That
picture says I paid for it.
Whoa, that's the wrong one.
That picture says I paid for your college.
That was
Congratulations. Job well done. Whoa.
Ooh, oh my goodness. I don't know who put that up there?
That was good.
Who did that? Oh, here we go. That's the one. So the people that he's thinking about, the people that he's thinking about having to run with him.
We didn't know you, listeners. We did not. Me, D. Maria's Rich Girl, did not know you were going to do that.
That was a mistake, man.
Was it?
No, was not.
No, that was not. You just happened to have that photo in your pictures.
I don't know how I got hacked, man. I got hacked for a second. So here's the real picture. Here's a real picture. So they say he's thinking about running with Keisha Lance Bottoms, who of course is the mayor of Atlanta.
Keisha Lance shouting.
Keisha Lance Bottoms, I like her. Val Demings of Florida. If you watch the impeachment hearings, Val Demings she was part of the impeachment committee that questioned some of the lawyers in the House, if I'm not mistaken, in the House. Yes. Also Kamala Harris, who is from California, and Susan Rice and Karen Bass. I'm not familiar with Karen Bass, but Susan Rice used to be in Obama's administration. So my question to y'all is, who do you all think, or do you all have anyone who you think would be a good pick for Uncle Joe? Is there anybody that y'all think should be his running mate that can give him everything that he needs? Let's start with D. Marie. Go.
I'd say I'm interested to see what each has to offer. I don't want to speak too soon, though. I have my kind of, certain folks, but it's going to be interesting. And shout out, I'm not going to say shout out to Joe because we saw that first picture, but I'm glad that the pick is going to be that accidental picture. I'm glad the pick is going to be a black woman. That's what I'll say.
Okay. All right, Green, what you think?
The congresswoman, the second name you said, I forget, is Alvetta. What you said her name was?
Alvetta?
Val Demings. Yeah.
Alvetta.
Anyway, she needs to, I think he should pick her. She did really good at the impeachment hearings, and she used to be a police chief. Okay. And she did really good at the impeachment hearings, too.
She did. She did excellent at impeachment hearings. RG.
I don't know, but I would say Keisha Lance Bottoms.
Do you know any of these people?
Yeah, I know Keisha.
You know Keisha.
And then I know the other girl that was going to run for president, but she backed out.
Kamala Harris.
Yeah. Okay. She would be good. I think
she would be.
Yeah.
Based on what? Give me some facts.
Because she was going to be a president. And she dropped out. So she was running for presidency, and then she started backing Biden. And I think so. People like her, and they think that she's the front runner for Biden anyway.
Right. Okay.
People
let me tell you something. You have to prick me up. I do watch the news too, Negro. I don't just watch Love and Hip Hop, The Housewives of Atlanta. I watch the news. So you thought you got me. So you was ready to ding me. You had your hand on the bell.
I did.
Ready.
I did.
Look at me.
Lee Grant gave you 18,000 thumbs down. That's what he did.
Whoa.
Lee Grant gave you the thumbs down.
Whoa. Okay.
I'm going to say that I believe that I think Kamala Harris is the most popular out of all of them. She has the most name recognition.
Yep, that's what I said.
But she's not the most liked at all.
She's not the
most liked. People won't rock it with Kamala.
But she has the most experience out of all of them, though.
Yes,
she has the most experience in that branch of government out of all of them. I like Susan Rice.
Does she know?
I mean,
as far as I know,
she was running for president.
This is her first term as a senator.
Yeah, and she was a prosecutor before?
She was a mayor.
This is her first term as senator?
Yeah.
Okay. I stand corrected.
She would be like Barack Obama if she would have been president because she would have been a one-time senator.
Okay, that sort of history and everything.
Mm-hmm,
right.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I still think she has the name recognition, and I think her backing was strong because remember when she started out out the gate. I think she did her first rally had like tens of thousands of people. Remember when she announced her presidency? Right. She had mad people there.
Yeah.
She started very, very.
Why
very
did she
strong.
drop out?
She ran out of money.
Oh.
She ran out of money. I think that was the major factor in her dropping out is that she ran out of money, and I think that had a lot to do with it. But I know a lot of us, some folks, when she was running for president, didn't back a lot of her policies and her things that she did as a prosecutor necessarily. Her record as a prosecutor. But I think that's different than being a legislator. Like DeMarie said, I think I'm happy that it's going to be a Black woman, definitely.
He owes it to the Black community, though. I knew that from the gate. He had to. He really didn't have a choice.
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying?
What do you think he was owing to the Black community in that first picture?
Hey, he likes.
I don't know about that.
Nothing wrong with that.
What?
Oh, you mad that he likes Black women?
I'm sorry.
I'm lost. Like
about the first picture.
Did we not see the same picture? No, it's not about Black women.
Let me give the first.
As a college graduate, I understand that, but the age gap.
Paid her tuition.
Okay, so the age.
She worked hard for her tuition to be paid.
Joe do some kind of questionable things when it comes to
that is a daddy picture. That is I'm calling you daddy.
Well, in that picture, that girl didn't look uncomfortable. I don't know if y'all saw any.
He paid the tuition. She's very comfortable with him. He's done a lot with him.
She's taking her to Dubai.
It was congratulations.
I think it's safe to say that Joe definitely has issues with boundaries. I think we could say that.
He does.
He definitely has issues.
If we say anything, we could say that.
With boundaries.
I agree.
I mean, some people are touchy-feely.
Yeah, some people are
touchy-feely people.
Yeah.
Boundaries.
And I think with Joe, that kind of gets taken to the extreme because he take it to the next level. But he's also the same type of person. Like if you see him in a bar or something like that, he's probably like all up in your face. Yeah. I think he's that type of person. And I think it's coming under more scrutiny now than ever. I don't think he's a pedophile. I don't think any of that stuff that people talk about is true. But I do think he has an issue with like respecting people's. And I've worked with people who don't know how to respect your personal space, right? Whether you're a man or a woman, like hey, how's it going? They all up on you, and you know what I'm saying? Like I think those guys just exist. Yeah, and I think with Joe, it has gotten caught on camera, and.
So nobody around him has brought that to his attention. Like, hey,
no, they did though. Remember, maybe last year. Last year, one of his former people that worked with him came out and she said something about that, and he was like, I didn't mean anything. He was like, I'm just a touchy-feely type of person. Like, so I don't know. I don't take anything out of malice when it comes to Joe in that context. Yeah, I don't.
Uncle Joe.
Yeah, I think Joe's a good guy. I think Joe's a good guy. He just needs to learn how to respect
younger children that look a little suspect.
DeMarie, you said it. That's what Lee Grant said, though.
You going to Uncle Joe's house? I'm going to Uncle Joe's.
You're gonna be going by yourself because going to Uncle Joe's house. Uncle Joe be looking crazy out here with these children.
Shannon said his campaign is run by black women. They let his ass know. I think you have to. I think we live in I think we live in a different time, a different era, and he has certain gaps that happen. But at the same time, I think he is still equipped to run the country, though. I think he's a lot more equipped to run the country than the person who's running the country now.
If we think about Joe from the Anita Hill, Clarence Thomas hearings, also, that's some things that folks have to take into consideration in the 90s.
Very true.
But yeah, we're gonna see.
Yeah. I mean, we could. He was definitely not a supporter of. Well, I guess he was more so of a supporter of Clarence Thomas. He was someone who spoke out against. I don't want to say he spoke out against Anita Hill, but he was.
I get where you're going. Like,
Mm-hmm. He wasn't in her corner necessarily when she made those rape allegations against Clarence Thomas. Good point, DeMarie. All right, let's move on just a little bit. Let's talk about sis Tamar Braxton. It's a rough week for people and their mental health when it comes to celebrity. Tamar Braxton had a very, very rough week. If you heard the news, Tamar unfortunately had some sort of an overdose where her boyfriend, and this is her boyfriend. Her boyfriend had to call the police because she was unresponsive in a room, and they say that she had overdosed and that she had also taken some pills. And I think this is a crazy situation. But now the family is speaking out, and the family is coming into question, starting to question the boyfriend because he said something on the 911 tape about the show and about having issues on the show with WeTV. So the family is a little bit puzzled by his actions on the night of what looks like it was an apparent suicide attempt. His name is David Adefso.
Who is this man?
Listen, man, he ain't Vince. I know that. I don't know who he is, but he ain't Vince Hebert. I know that.
I think he does something in finance.
In
a tech company or something.
Look, the way he has this shirt open in this picture right here with the top of his chest showing, and
that's cool.
No,
Vince was the old brother, right?
Yeah. But Vince ended up losing weight, though, if I'm not mistaken. But yes, Vince was Tamar's husband. They were married for years, and of course, Tamar and Vince had the show. I don't know, man, but there's some funny business going on because their relatives say they find it strange that he was talking about the network beef as he was calling
on the 911
call. Like, why are you talking about that? And he was shaking her as he was like trying to revive her. Like the people were talking to him on the phone, and he was like feverishly like shaking the crap out of her. So just a really, really rough week for Tamar. And then Adrienne, I always have trouble pronouncing her last name. Is it Bayon? How you pronounce it?
Bayon.
The cheetah girl.
Bayon.
Yeah, that. She came out in support of Tamar and told Tamar that she was praying for her and wished her well.
People got on her at first though, because they were saying why. I watched a video today. People were saying, well, why didn't you put out anything initially? And she said, well, I'm praying for her behind the scenes and actually contact her. Y'all worried about me putting a public post. Mind your business and pray and actually pray instead of just putting, typing that you're praying for somebody. So
yeah, and it seems like people always do that. Like they always jump to conclusions and say, well, why you ain't speak out? Why you ain't do this? Remember when just like when Naya Rivera passed away, like people were waiting for Big Sean to say something. Yeah. And like I think DeMarie, you pointed it out to us. I didn't see anything, but they were going crazy in the comment section.
Yeah. Like, it was ridiculous. And people were even saying, oh, Janae Aiko posted something in her stories. Why can't you post something? And it's just like,
just relax,
people
bro.
Rely on social media too much.
Just take it
I mean,
easy.
are you even obligated to post an
that's what I'm saying. It's all on how you grieve. And
that's tricky, right?
Yeah.
And grief.
Because
like you said,
when you're posting it, it's for the people. Like you're doing it for the people to see it, to comment.
Right.
Yeah, and I think that nobody can tell you what to feel and how to feel it and what you're going through, because everything that you're going through is based on your experiences with that person. So we have to do a better job of not necessarily thinking about, oh, well, this person didn't do this person didn't say. we have to do a better job of understanding. Like you said, everyone grieves differently, and nobody's going to grieve the same. So we have to do a better job, especially in this time, man. Like people are fragile. Like people are fragile. Like times are tough. And like this period of time and space that we're in right now, you have to be very, very careful about how you handle people, because you never know what that next person is going through. Like you never know how Big Sean was dealing with Naya Rivera's death. I think we talked about it on the show. I don't know if we or this was in our group chat, but about how Sean had to be feeling when he dropped the song "I Don't F With You" and like having to live with that for the rest of his life.
Can you imagine what he's probably thinking? Like, oh my gosh.
Like I couldn't even fathom those thoughts, because at the end of the day, only he can go through that. Only he knows how that feels. So it's
terrible.
It's crazy, man. So we have to definitely keep like Tamar and Big Sean's family and Naya Rivera's family and all of those folks just in prayer, instead of being so quick to like judge them and so quick to hop out the window. Like we gotta do a better job of making sure that everybody is straight, because at the end of the day, like who knows how Tamar is even gonna respond from this. You know what I mean?
Because it's just alleged with her. We don't really know the full story of what took place, what happened. So
I wonder what Vince is feeling. Like I wonder what Vince is feeling.
I know he's devastated.
Yeah. So it's a crazy situation, man. So definitely prayers up for Tamar. So that's the real news. How about the Raw? Let's get into the Raw. Did anybody watch the big battle last night? The big battle between DMX and Snoop Doggy Dogg went down on Verzuz. Now Verzuz now also has a deal with Apple Music, where you can watch the Verzuz battles on Apple Music. But I have to say that this was a very, very good battle. Like this was,
it was quite pleasurable.
It was good. It was good to me to hear those songs. Now I definitely think that Snoop smoked DMX's boots. I think Snoop ran away with it, but it was good to see like the showmanship. They were saying each other's songs, and it was just like a complete vibe. Yeah, it was definitely a vibe. So
let me ask y'all this though, because they're like, okay, it was the dog versus the dog, right? And that's cool. But do we think it was really like, should we have had Snoop with somebody West Coast? So it's just different vibes. You know what I mean? Like it's too
right.
Yeah, I wonder if it was even a fair battle.
It definitely wasn't a fair battle. I don't think it was a fair matchup. I think Snoop doesn't necessarily have to be with somebody from the West Coast. I think Snoop needs to be with somebody that has a little bit more staying power and longevity than DMX did, because Snoop's catalog is crazy. And
Snoop battle that has the same catalog as him?
I think you got to put Snoop against Jay. I think he has to go against Jay, because Snoop had at least 15 more records that he didn't play last night.
No,
right. He stayed in the 90s for a long time.
If you notice, Snoop played. He really didn't play his best 20 songs.
Nah, he didn't.
He played about 8. So it's almost like I felt like he was trying to be nice.
Yeah, he didn't want to really smoke.
He didn't want to smoke.
He didn't want to bite his head off.
Smoke a little bit. Like
it could have been a 20-0 easily.
Absolutely. Because Snoop didn't play Still DRE. He could have played that.
Right.
He didn't play Explosive. He didn't play it's like 2 other records that I posted on Facebook that he didn't play. But
he didn't play the joint with Tupac.
He did?
Yes, he did. He did. He definitely played that.
Yeah.
He definitely played
the Gangsta Party.
Yep, he definitely did that one.
He played that.
Did he play?
Yeah, he played that.
Hold on, I got my list right here. Because I keep track.
I must have missed that one.
I keep track every battle. Hold on, let me tell you.
And
right
the
now.
dope thing about Apple Music is that you can get the playlist and you can listen to what songs they played and everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they used to do that on Tidal. I don't know if Tidal did the playlist this time because it was featured. All right, so here's Snoop's track list. So Snoop did deep cover, What's My Name, Gin and Juice, a song that I'd never heard before. I didn't know the name of it. I put a question mark. He did Number the Gangsta Party. He put that against DMX, Stop Being Greedy. Then he did Down for My N-Words. Then he did Ain't No Fun. Then he did Trick Please. That's the one he did. Yeah, that one. Then he did Trick Please. Then he did G's and Hustlers. Another song I didn't know the name of.
You're lying about one of these. He's funny.
No,
I'm just saying what his head.
No, I'm not. I promise. Question marks right here. Promise you.
Well, he played on the Dr. Dre joint. Well, it's all of them. Ain't, but on the album it says Ain't. but it's B-A-S. That's what he's trying to say. I don't know what that song is.
Then he played,
like what?
Then he played Low. He played Beautiful.
Classic record, by the way. But yeah,
he did Murder Was the Case. He did Doggy Dog World. Even I don't think that's the name of that song. But you know,
Doggy Dog World?
Yeah, is that the name of the song?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He did that song with the East Siders, which was horrible. He did PIMP, which I think he could have let.
That East Siders record was big, and that was a big record though. You can't say that.
I never heard that song before.
It was a hit. They played in the clubs, like they played in top 40 clubs. The da 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 da. It's the Snoop Dogg.
No, that's not the record I'm talking about. No. This is a whole different record. I've never heard this song before in my life. It was a song with the East Siders, not the East Side song. It was with the East Siders. This group that he was in.
Okay.
Don't ring a bell.
Play that. I remember hearing about it.
I can't wait till there's like a Beyonce battle and we can go in like this,
right?
and then he played Ain't Nothing But a G Thing, and then he played Drop It Like It's Hot. But anyway, he still had, like I said, easily 15 more records he could have played.
Yeah.
So it wasn't fair. So
he didn't play the Tupac record. He didn't do the Tupac record.
He did America's Most Wanted.
He did do. Okay, all right. Mm-hmm. I just didn't hear that one.
Yeah, he did America's Most Wanted.
It's not a battle.
No. I'm sorry. I'm wrong. You're right. He did Murder Was the Case. You're right. He did not. Yeah. He did not. I'm sorry. I stand corrected. I was thinking Murder Was the Case. I'm sorry. My bad. No, he did not do Two of America's Most Wanted. No.
Okay.
So yeah, I think it was definitely like it was sensual seduction. Yeah, Channing said sensual seduction. That's what he didn't do. He didn't do sensual seduction.
I didn't even think of that one. I didn't even think of that record.
So it's a whole lot of records. I think DMX got smoked, but the bloggers are saying that DMX won.
What?
I don't.
Where did you read that?
I saw it on Revolt. Revolt had it up there. I think
that DMX won.
Yes. I saw two prominent blogs give a score that said DMX won.
They probably those hardcore New Yorkers that hate West Coast music.
Yeah,
that's all that is.
I would,
I don't listen to their musical opinions at all, like because you're biased.
Half is his family, his wife, his kids. We can't count those blogs.
Nah, they don't count. They don't count. But
are we going to talk about the fact that DMX is about to pass out? It seemed like.
Yeah.
Well, he was pregnant, so what do you expect?
The dude looked horrible.
His lip was about to break.
Don't do that.
His lip
looked horrible.
He looked horrible. He looked like he's been eating.
That shows that
he was 63 years old.
And that's what you pay attention to, right? Because if
he's not on crack,
right?
He's
got weight to him. So let's just be happy that he's not doing drugs and he's eating.
Lift him up.
Replace the crack with the food.
Right.
So you never seen a crackhead
living good.
You never seen a crackhead with a gut.
No.
Come on.
No.
You can still smoke crack and have a gut.
Show me one.
Well, DMX has historically been a smaller frame gentleman,
right?
So I would assume.
True.
Like, don't forget Rough Riders days. He used to always have that shirt off. Like,
right. He refused to take it off last night, though. Like, he said something about that. He refuses to take it off last night.
And we thank him for that. And we thank him.
That cracked me, y'all, was at the end when Snoop kept telling him to freestyle. Stop telling him to freestyle. It's been too long.
He was setting him up.
But DMX was setting himself up because he kept saying, "Yo, I wrote a song to that. I had a song to that." Snoop was like, "All right, well, what's up? Like,
go ahead.
Let me hear it. Yeah, let me hear it." And then DMX would be like, that was back in the 80s, man. That was back in the 80s. Well, why did you even mention it? Like,
he didn't think he was going to get called on it.
I was really surprised. I was surprised that DMX even remembered all of the lyrics to his songs. So when he hit the joint, it was Keisha, Tamika, Rhonda, Tashonda.
He hit that real hard.
Like he ran through all of them joints. I don't
even
even know.
Good.
He did.
He had a lot of energy.
It was good to see him, just to be doing his thing. But this was a little different, though. Did y'all notice that they were both rapping this time? Like that's never happened before. Actually, it might have happened with Alicia and John Legend, but I ain't really watched it.
Didn't Fabulous and Jadakiss rap their songs too?
Oh, they were rapping.
But I don't. Because they both had DJs with them, and they were somewhat performing. But I think they knew they had to get this one right because again, it was with Apple Music and it was checks.
It was right though. It was.
The other ones were with Apple Music too. I've watched them on my phone with Apple Music.
The ones that they've done previously.
Yeah,
I think this one was sponsored. This was like
this was sponsored. This is the first one that was like sponsored through Apple Music.
Oh,
like, Yeah, this was the first, because normally it's just, remember when they started, it was just through Instagram.
Right.
And then, you know, like me, I was like hijacking on YouTube and watching it on the TV and putting it on YouTube.
But I've seen it on, I watched the Fab and Jado on Apple Music, on my Apple Music app. And it just, when you go to like a certain streaming part of Apple Music, you press live and then it popped up right there. And that's
RG,
what they put the
lie detector. Where's your lie detector, RG? I think someone is fibbing. I think someone is fibbing. RG, where's your
okay, do I need
Marie, we don't do that.
Somebody in the comments help me.
Get your homegirl, RG. Get your homegirl.
And honey, number one, what are you doing? Making me look bad out in these streets.
See.
Come on,
no, again, she never watched no Versus on Apple TV. No, ma'am. You just make that up.
Somebody in the comments in the studio audience, pleplease help me out.
If you ever
quiet, let me look. It's quiet. Nobody's saying
nothing. No.
Like Joe ain't trying to put the comments up.
Everybody on mute. Ain't nobody ever seen no Versus battle on Apple TV before.
I mean, not that I know of, but if she says so, and
if she says so,
I'm telling y'all, we're gonna look.
And
this
there's
up.
Unicorns and leprechauns.
Tanya said she's telling the truth.
Girl.
Luckily, I believe her. You're lucky. I believe her.
But won't nobody believe me when I say that I seen Michael Jackson, huh?
No, we do not believe that you saw Michael Jackson. We still
okay. Won't nobody believe me when I say that Nene tried? Won't nobody believe me when I say that Nene tried to holler at me?
Why wouldn't he be behind a tinted window? Why was what's his hand out? Was it a silver glove that you saw? And riding in the window?
Like a Martin.
But you know what's crazy? Green has been his homeboy.
Why would he not be behind a tinted glass in the limo? So I'm poking holes through your life.
No, you're not.
Hold on. Did you see him get out the limo?
He was walking to the limo, Green. Thank you very much.
Exactly.
Now he's walking
and the door was open.
Now he's moonwalking to the limo.
30 plus years.
You told me the story. He told me this back then. I remember.
He's been a liar for a long time. Like, what are you saying?
He could have been lying.
What are you saying? Michael Jackson was moonwalking to his limo. I got you.
I did not say he was moonwalking.
He was moonwalking to his limo. I got you.
That's not what I said, bro. That's not what I said. I said he was walking and one of the kids was in the limo with the mask on his face.
No, this is new. You never said that. You never said that initially. No, you didn't show. This is new information.
Limo?
Hold on, the kids thing? He never mentioned the kids before.
Exactly. He didn't never mention the kids.
See what we see now, Green. You see what we see? He's a liar, man. He's a liar.
I will run the take back. I will tell
now
this.
The story is kind of suspect.
How did you see inside the limo to see a kid with a mask on?
Exactly.
The door was open as I was driving.
And you looked inside the limo?
It was Michael Jackson. Why wouldn't I look inside the limo? Why wouldn't I?
Michael Jackson beside the car. They would close the door. You would look like a stalker.
Listen, man, fam. Listen, let me tell you something. That's why I said he had the four big bodyguards.
Don't do it.
Now, Shanda, you're going to have to come up here and prove your point, Shanda.
Because I met him too. So this is a group line. Like,
yeah.
No.
You didn't meet
Listen, I didn't meet Michael Jackson. I saw Michael Jackson. He was walking outside of Teddy Riley's brother's house into the limo. There were four big bodyguards, bigger than Suge Knight, the biggest people you've ever seen in your life.
Right.
I drove past the car. I looked in. One of the kids, I don't know if it was Blanket. I don't know if it was one of the other boys. I don't know. It wasn't a girl.
Driving by, you can see clear into a limo because the door is open. Was it suicide doors? Was it suicide doors?
Showtime, I do not recall you ever mentioning the kids to me.
You're lying.
Exactly.
I mentioned the kids.
Maybe you were just so excited about Michael Jackson you forgot the kids.
No, this is how I know y'all don't listen because I mentioned the kids. And I will go back and run the tape from the first time I mentioned it on the show. I mentioned the kids. I said I drove past Teddy Riley's brother Mark Hill's house. I busted a U-turn.
Right.
When I busted a U-turn. The limousine had the doors open.
Right.
MJ is what I call him. MJ was walking out of the house. Inside of the limousine was the little boy with the mask on. This was before COVID. This is when we didn't think it was cool to watch to have a mask on. This is when this was back in the day. Wink, wink, wink. No,
right. Exactly, Jason. Exactly.
Ain't no winking, bro. He knows me better than anybody, actually.
Wow.
Ain't no wink, wink. See, Shannon said she met him at the Scream tour. See? She said next to Janet at the soundboard. See, that's what I'm talking about, man. See?
Oh, you said next to Janet at the soundboard. Why were you at the soundboard? Why were you at the soundboard? You sat beside Janet doing sound check.
Listen, man.
Now you are at backstage doing sound check. We don't buy you.
You know, we're gonna say she related to Jackson,
right?
I mean,
then I went to ancestry say I'm related to Joe Jackson, so that means Jermaine and Tito.
No, man, no, that's not.
I would believe she was there, but like,
if I say
she might have had to hustle that. I don't know.
I say I met Oprah. I have a picture. I say I met Beyonce. I have a picture. I say I met Jamie Foxx. I have a picture. Show me your picture. You could have just taken a picture of the car.
Everyone that you named, RG, was when people had cameras on their cell phones. This was cell phone camera era.
You could have went to 7-Eleven and got a disposable camera, ran back, and at least took a picture of the limo.
I was going to go to Walgreens because there's a Walgreens on Volvo Parkway. I was going
to
go to Walgreens.
Put in enough work for Michael.
By the time I would have went there, they were gone.
How do you know? How would you know they would be gone? How do you know?
He was getting in the car to leave when I drove by there.
Yo, we're spending too much time. We got to move to the next one.
You know, it just pisses me off. It pisses me off that he runs with this lie. It pisses me off.
And then something gets added to the lie each week.
Right. You know, I just, I'm sorry that we are off topic, but it just pisses me off.
I just think y'all upset because y'all never met the King of Pop.
I'm the only one, that can back.
I'm not upset.
Story. We do need some proof about that one.
Yeah,
whose story?
Your little Biggie story.
They said little Biggie.
Your little Biggie story.
Like your mama would say.
Right.
Your little Biggie friend.
Right. Yeah, let's talk about that.
We can say it never happened.
Miss, I was in a Notorious movie and Biggie was sleeping with me when they fake kicked in the door. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that.
Faith got the fight.
Right.
Let's I have in the face. Let's
discuss that, ma'am.
It never happened.
Since you want to talk about me and my MJ story, let's talk about you and B.I.G. Exactly. Anyway, moving right along. Let's see what else we got to talk about. Let's talk.
I'm gonna get you.
Let's talk about Mr. Kanye West. So Kanye West has been in the news all week long. It seems like I'm actually a little bit tired of hearing his name and seeing his name.
For real.
But it started off because he had his rally, I guess his campaign down in South Carolina, and during that campaign, I guess you could say we can say he went on a rant. He went on a rant. And he just started talking about some things and saying some things that were a little bit questionable for someone who's trying to run for president. I mean, if there was just regular Kanye, and I'd be like, this is Kanye, but you trying to run for president? I don't think this is the approach.
But you want them to be real, and you want them to show you who they really are, right?
D-Marie, you specialize in that field of mental health, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So wouldn't you consider that mania?
Well, I want there to be a distinction between just because he has mental health doesn't mean he's also, tries to destroy Black women or Black historical figures or anything like that. Like those are two separate things, right? Like his misogyny and his hate for almost Black people don't go hand in hand with his mental illness. So that's the thing. And I think that's the thing some of us could kind of get confused as we say, oh, well, we see what he's saying. That's mental illness. That's the bipolar or schizophrenia and things like that. But
let me unpack that for a minute.
The way he was moving and talking, it seemed like
let me ask you this. So let me unpack that for a little bit, D-Marie. I want to stay there. So I think it's easy to conflate those two. Right? You made a very good point just now. It's easy to conflate those two. So let me pose this, and this isn't necessarily devil's advocate. I think I just want to know this because I was listening to old Kanye earlier today. So if you go into old Kanye, so let's say we take Kanye before he had
college
dropout, late registration, that Kanye.
Okay.
So before we knew Kanye had some sort of mental issues, right? there wasn't really any notable statements, anything in his music that was kind of disrespectful to Black women, right? But now fast forward to Kanye that does have what we think is mental issues, is where the disrespect of Black folks come in. Do you think there's a relationship? And this is honestly just me want to know. Do you think there's a relationship between those two? Because they seemingly intersect. Because over here he is the old Kanye. He's talking about marrying. He's right. He's very pro-Black. His mom was pro-Black. His family, everything. But now that the mental health issues come in, then he starts to kind of veer off into that other lane and shooting shots at his own people.
I think it could kind of seem that way, but the two don't correlate hand in hand. I think his experiences, may have brought up some things for him, but the two don't necessarily correlate because he may be perceived to have schizophrenia or a bipolar disorder. Does not necessarily mean that the anti-Blackness or whatever it is, is a result of that. Because then that's
delusional. Right? It's like he's becoming delusional. It's almost like his mind is telling him something totally different than what he probably what reality is. And so he's fighting hard because this is what my mind is telling me. That's what I see. I mean, but I only had psychology one semester in high school, and I had to go to summer school, so I wouldn't listen to me.
Don't worry, we don't.
I think the fact that he was pro-Black, he wasn't just like a one of those idle people. He was pro-Black to go anti-Black. That's not normal. I feel like the mental illness has something to do with it. Of course, I'm not a psychiatrist. I just feel like because he was pro-Black. You know what I'm saying? Like he switched.
And why did he switch? Oh,
yeah, I think that's
what happened other than this bipolar disorder.
I guess when you think about it, like there's no specific mental illness that can make you, hate
your own
Black
people.
Right.
You know
what I mean? Right. When I think about the DSM-5 and when we had to study that, like that ain't in there. So it's interesting to. Man, this is it's tough. Like this is interesting to know like really what's going on and at what point and what is kind of not clicking for Kanye when it comes to what he believes is the truth. Like, I'm sorry, did he say Harriet Tubman did not free, like she freed the slaves to go work for the white folk?
For the for I guess better white people.
Yeah, it's very interesting watching it play out. I kind of feel like Kanye.
Did you feel like sad? Because I felt sad watching that.
I feel sad this time around. Normally, I don't really. Normally,
this time around, it was different.
I feel a little different. I feel a little different. But I also have to think. I think that his ability to correlate all of this stuff with the fact that he has an album coming out on Friday also speaks volumes.
It's Friday?
It's Friday, right? I thought it was going to be pushed back a little, but it's Friday. So I think he's smart enough and calculated enough to focus all of these things around the fact that he has an album coming out. So is he really going through those mental health issues that we think he is? If he's so calculated enough that he can say, I have an album to put out. I know this is going to get me to the top of the pages, the top of the blogs.
I mean, Showtime, he said he was supposed to be aborted. He said his daughter was supposed to be aborted. Like that's going way left to promote an album.
And then, but even look at some of his.
He's already a billionaire, so
let's look at some of his tweets though.
Kardashian, he don't need no money.
Look at some of his tweets though. He said MJ told you about Tommy before they killed him. I don't know who Tommy is. Tommy from Power, maybe, I don't know.
Did Tommy Mottola get murdered?
I was thinking Tommy from Martin, but okay.
Right. And he's talking about my man MJ. Of course, he's talking about Michael Jackson.
Right.
He says MJ. He's talking about our homeboy.
Tommy before they killed him.
Is Tommy Mottola?
Maybe. Why would he be talking about Tommy Mottola though? I don't know.
Did Tommy Mottola get killed? I don't know.
You said, did Tommy Mottola get killed?
He said, told you about Tommy before they killed him. Unless he's talking about.
We don't know who Tommy is.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like,
I'm thinking. Is Tommy Mottola alive? You would know.
Yes.
Okay, that he was. Okay. So he's okay. He's saying that MJ was a conspiracy theory. Then, if you
he's saying before they killed MJ.
MJ wasn't killed.
That's what he's saying.
Conspiracy theorists think MJ was
killed.
That's what I said. He's a conspiracy. That's what I said.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay.
But he also accused Kim Kardashian of having something going on with Meek Mill. He said, I've been trying to divorce Kim since she met with Meek at the Waldorf for prison reform. That's what they're calling it now.
Right.
So to put all of that stuff out in the streets, he says white supremacy at its highest, no cap. They tried to fly in 2 doctors to 5150 me.
What does that mean?
5150 is a mental health code, correct, Dee Marie? That means that's don't get me the line, but that has something to do with being admitted into a mental hospital. So I think there's
on Chris, like
on
this is not for no album.
No.
But why does it always happen around the time that he's dropping an album, though?
Well, you got to think.
Stress.
I was about to say that.
When your album's coming out, you're going to get more stress.
You got to. And that's when your anxiety, everything. Right.
Yep.
Yeah. That's probably exactly.
Look at us. Diagnosing somebody.
Well, he also was seen shopping in Walmart the next day. He was just hanging out in Walmart. Buying clothes for his kids. So
Nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all. Dame Dash is out there with him. I don't know if that's necessarily the right person to be.
Whoa! He's going to be even more angry.
Dame
my
Dash.
God!
I don't know if Dame is the guy that you want with you when you're going through a mental health breakdown.
No.
Dave Chappelle went out there.
Does Kim live in Wyoming with him? Like, it seemed like they live in separate cities.
He said that though. He said me and my family should live together. That's what he said.
Wait, he's in Wyoming.
Separated.
Yeah, he in Wyoming.
He lives in a ranch.
He has like hundreds of acres of land out there.
Wow, I didn't know that.
So they're separated.
Like,
well,
they don't live together.
Right.
So
I think he just went to Wyoming, didn't he? He wasn't always there, was he? I mean, they have too many pictures together. They take too many family pictures together.
Yeah, I think he'd be in and out. Like, I think they have the space there, but I think he'd be in and out.
But
because remember,
Wyoming is where he creates. His studio and everything is there.
Yeah.
Right. Well, my question is this, and I meant to post this on Facebook, but where are all the pastors that he was running around with for the gospel album last year who were praying for him and had him in his mega church? Where y'all at? Where you at, Jamal Bryant?
Don't you call out Pastor Jamal Bryant like that.
Where you at? Come get your man. Pray for him. Do something for him. Like, where you at?
Right.
We already talked about this. You don't know what he's done. You don't know if he's called his phone.
Jamal is
him.
Heavy in
you
the
don't know.
Listen.
Heavy for
don't
the
assume.
Where you at, Joel Osteen?
You call out Joe because we still ain't forgive Joel for what he did in Houston.
Right. Nah, I want to know where Jamal Bryant at.
So they get okay to call him out.
Yeah, because he locked the doors of the church for them folks to come in.
Oh yeah,
we still don't rock with Joe.
So we can call out Joel, but not Jamal. Okay, that's how we doing it. No, anybody can get it. Like,
we're not fair here, y'all.
Right? Obviously not at all. No.
We don't care.
Only I am. I am not like these heathens. I'm not like them.
I play fair.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. I definitely think that Kanye is going through some things. I don't listen to his music anymore, so I don't really care about him having an album coming out.
That album though, because that was good.
What album? The gospel album is great, actually.
Right, it's great, and there's no Kanye on it, so it's kind of like
it's not a Kanye album to me. It's not a Kanye album to me. It's the Sunday service choir.
Yep.
Yeah. The album is great.
He produced all the tracks. I never heard it.
I wouldn't even know I wouldn't even.
So how is it a Kanye album?
Because it's the choir that he was. Yeah, it's the choir that he was doing the little Sunday service tours.
It's almost like Kirk Franklin and what he does.
To a degree, yeah.
Right, what he used to do back today.
Right,
to a degree.
With GP.
Is he talking? You
don't hear his voice at all.
Oh, okay.
At all. It's just the choir. And I really like, they take like old school songs and make them.
Oh yeah, I've seen clips of that on Instagram.
Yeah.
And they were touring heavy. I think they did like Howard's Homecoming. They were like all over the place last year.
And it's an actual Kanye West album. It's Kanye West.
No, it's not. It's the Sunday Service Choir is the name.
Why did y'all just say I like this last album if it's not his? You guys are confusing me. What is going on? What's going on?
You're the one that claim that you listen to gospel music now. So why don't you tell us what's going on?
Gospel. He did that last album was a gospel rap album. The one with Follow God on it.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
The rap
at all.
Follow God was the lead track. I like that song too.
You're
I
right.
have no idea what you're talking about.
You don't remember
Kanye
that was
West
right
rap
before?
album. It's a gospel rap.
I don't listen to his music.
Yeah,
I don't listen to his music. I have no clue what you're talking about.
I'm looking it up right now. Yep, you're
You
absolutely
don't listen
right.
to his new music. You listen to his old music.
Yeah, I listened to College Dropout today. When was this gospel rap album put out?
Maybe like within the last 2 years, if that.
Oh,
he had a gospel rap right before. Let me see. What is the album called? What was it called, Green? I forget what it was. It Yay? I don't know, but it was some gospel album.
Michelle says, "What do y'all think about him saying Get Out is about him?"
Yeah, the movie Get Out was about him.
I think that's what people were saying on social media, right?
Right.
I don't believe that.
Why you say that?
So is he saying that what happened in Get Out happened to him?
Right.
It's like a reflection of his life. I guess being with the Kardashians.
Slave. Oh, that's what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. I don't think Jordan Peele anything to do. Yeah, I don't think Jordan Peele was like, well, let me see what's going on with Kanye. I think people said that Kanye's life was a reflection of what happened in Get Out.
Right.
I don't necessarily think that the movie itself was about him.
How is it a reflection of Get Out?
The Kardashians aren't even white.
Let's start there. But how is his life a reflection of Get Out? The movie?
I think the comparison comes because people and this is what social media was saying, because people were saying that he was trapped in that family, in that Kardashian family, just like the main character in Get Out was trapped in. I don't think it was,
right. I get you.
Yeah. It was just a comparison.
Correlation.
Yeah.
Do you feel that he was trapped in that family? Were you one of those social media people?
Me?
Yeah.
No. I wasn't one of those social media people. No. I wasn't. I don't think he's trapped necessarily. I think that the fame that comes with being associated with the Kardashian is a totally different type of fame, though. I think we see that the men, for the most part, who are married into that family don't always come out with the best situations, whether it be Lamar Odom, whether it be Scott Disick, whether it be
that's my boy.
Tristan, that's what I'm trying to think of. Tristan, Ray J. Well, he wasn't married, but he got out before before it got crazy. But
what happened to Scott Disick? He went crazy too.
No,
he been in rehab.
Yeah, he been in rehab. Yeah, he had some drug issues. Yeah, so I just think it's hard for men to kind of marry in that family. I mean, I don't know what Chris,
Chris' boyfriend is hanging in there.
He is. He definitely.
With his fine self.
Oh, let's not get carried away. Slow down.
With his what?
I said with his fine young self.
Oh.
Summer said mental illness does not make people stupid. That's very true.
Yeah.
That's very true. So, and he's been saying some things. Wait, does he
have the same boyfriend? Because he is fine and young, right?
I know he's young. I don't know about other stuff.
He's younger than her.
I don't know what you like. I don't knock what you like now. If that's
I'm about to look, because is it not the same person?
He's not. He's not like, young.
Oh.
He's younger than her, though, right?
He's younger than her.
He's younger than her, but yeah.
Because she about 80. How old is she? How old is Kris Jenner?
Like 60, early 60s, maybe.
Oh, I thought she was up there. Bruce, how old is Bruce? Or Caitlyn?
Late
70.
Because the
never mind. I retract my statement. I don't like that.
Thank you. Okay.
I don't like that. No, that's not who I was. That's not who I was picturing in my head. I was all wrong. All wrong.
Kris Jenner's.
She had to Google the picture to see.
Yeah, no.
Was that her flavor?
This was not my flavor.
Yeah, but he holding strong. He holding strong. He ain't going nowhere. So
yeah, he ain't going nowhere.
What is he? Who is he?
He don't need to do nothing. Like, but he lays pipe is what he does.
I was about to say sling wood. That's all.
That's all he does.
Whatever works for you.
That's all she needs him to do, because obviously she ain't letting him go, and he ain't letting her let him go. So more problems. But for anybody else, it's hard, man. It's hard. So let's see what else we got.
Green would date a Kardashian though. If the opportunity came, Green would definitely date a Kardashian.
Rich. You damn right.
Of course.
You got.
And then we'd be reading stories about him.
I wouldn't go crazy though. Like, they weak. I ain't gonna.
Green, do you have a favorite Kardashian, Green?
Kendall.
Out of the sisters.
Yeah. What?
Kendall?
Yeah. That's the least one I would put you with.
She's the youngest one, right?
No,
Kylie. She's the next.
Yeah.
Kendall,
then I would say
young.
Kim or Chloe.
He likes some really small frame and young.
She's not in her late 20s. She's much younger than me, dog.
How old is she?
She's not. She's nowhere near her late 20s.
She's shaped like ain't she? Like no.
She's not. She's a woman.
Marie.
She has the least amount of surgery. She's the most authentic.
No, and so what is the other one?
Kylie?
No, the other one that doesn't do surgery or anything.
Oh, you're talking about
Courtney.
She doesn't do surgery. None of that.
None of that.
Doesn't believe in
no surgery.
Nothing. She's all natural.
Yeah.
Well, she's kind of short for my liking, but
they're all short
except for Chloe's not that short.
The other one.
Well, OJ's OJ's daughter. She's starting to look pretty good over the last couple of years. What's her name? The tall one. What's her name?
You talking about from his black?
No, the Kardashian, the OJ's Chloe.
That was the shot. I thought he was.
Jeez, Louise. Who am I working with here? Jeez, Louise.
We were like, what? Who?
I was lost.
Yeah, Chloe. Yeah.
Oh no, she looks like a whole other person.
She's like a whole different person.
A whole different person.
Yeah.
You see what money can do?
Okay.
Money can make anybody
beautiful.
Anybody look good.
She had too much surgery to me.
Anybody look good. Yeah. I'll do this. Anybody look good. Money. I'll give some money. It can make anybody look good.
All right, man. Let's see. What else we got? Let's see. Lee Grant said that's not Kanye. They killed him in 2016. That's a clone.
Yeah.
Gucci
Mane. They say that about Gucci, didn't they?
They killed Kanye and cloned him.
Yeah, they cloned Gucci Mane too. I remember when I saw that, man, I died.
Lee Grant said he was cooler before the Christian stuff. Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's move on. So we got the real, we got the raw. Let's talk about the ratchet. Now, this story right here, this has got to be the most ratchet thing of the year so far. So there's this woman, right? And I don't know where she is. I don't know where she was living. But she got into an argument with her boyfriend, and she decided that the way that she was going to pay her boyfriend back, the way that she was going to retaliate, was by setting his vehicle on fire. Have y'all seen this?
No,
I have not.
Well, check it out.
I saw it.
Check it out. Here we go. There she is, pouring gasoline. She's ready.
At least she's wearing a mask.
Yep.
Oh no! It exploded in her face.
Right in her face. She tried to set her boyfriend's car on fire.
Wow.
And boom.
Karma is beautiful.
And boom goes the dynamite.
Yo.
So, that had to be the most ratchet thing that I saw
all how embarrassing that got to be.
Listen, she had just imagine how that burn had to. And like, why did you do it in broad daylight?
The burn, did y'all see that reflex? And she hit the car behind her.
Hold on,
she's not.
Was it full of gasoline?
She was pouring gasoline.
I think we need to run that back.
Like she must have busted the windows out first because she was pouring it into the car.
Hold on, I'm gonna run it back. Hold on, let's watch it again. This, like I said, this is the most ratchet thing that I've seen all week. Very long time. Let me run it back. So look, she's pouring the gasoline.
Right.
So it's inside the car, so she busts the windows.
Yeah, she busts the windows.
Right.
And I guess she decides, watch that, Jane.
Yo, that is crazy.
She's
crawling away. But
and
she got the pan though.
Because you have to get the evidence.
Oh, she got sticks. Look, she has sticks or something.
Right.
Yo, she's so retarded. She never watched the movies how you leave a trail to let the fire get there. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But just look how the car is burning though.
So what made it explode like that? Like what made it? So you pour gas in the car seat then you throw a match in there. What made it?
No, you don't throw a match in there. Every movie you've seen, you like have a towel
from the ground. Oh,
right.
Okay.
Like, she's
clearly never watched. She was thinking waiting to exhale, and that she didn't understand that wasn't real. That wasn't real. You gotta watch like the murder kind of mafia movies, like
like Casino. Like she could have.
So now you got to go to jail with first degree burns on your face.
She about to lose her job. She about to lose her job because listen,
looks like now. Oh my gosh.
I saw someone say
y'all
that
gotta learn to stop playing with these women because these women they can snap and do crazy stuff like this.
This was because sis said the tires ain't gonna do it. The bust the window.
I already keyed the car. Exactly. They didn't do nothing. Still cheating.
She just said enough is enough.
Extreme. Y'all don't know. Y'all trigger crazy, and that is a result of crazy. Being
but look what happened though.
I know.
Burn her whole face off.
Yeah, see, that's the only part about you get karma still comes back.
She had no homegirls with her,
so
they might have been in the car.
Oh, true, the getaway car.
They could have been in the getaway car.
Her whole face now looks like.
Why did you do it in the daytime? That is a 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning type thing.
She just had to have it. Like she just couldn't. She couldn't resist. Like she had to have it. She had to get him at that moment.
Do it right then at that time.
She was mad.
It was a girl upstairs with him.
Oh yeah,
the girl was there. She saw it. Might have been the girl's car.
That's a good perspective. That's a good perspective. You're right.
So you think that she wanted to be seen?
It was in the daytime.
So she wanted to go to prison for
invisible. She didn't think I was invisible. They don't see me.
She wasn't thinking about prison. She blacked out.
She blacked out.
Is a very serious felony.
I'm sure it is, and she's about to find out. She's about to find out how serious.
Yeah, it's crazy.
RG, have you ever done anything like that?
Never.
I knew he was going to ask you that. I
knew it too. I was ready.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what I did do?
Tell us the story.
He was gone. Don't blow me up like this. I'm not gonna tell you the story. I'm not gonna tell you the story like this. I'm not gonna do it. Okay. So he was cheating. And so
wait, we need all the details.
I mean, it was just this scrub. This was years ago before my kid.
Okay, scrub.
I was really mad young. So he was cheating or whatever. So I went to his house and his mother was there. I knew he was gone. And the mother, and I was like, he told me to come over and wait for him, upstairs in his room. And so I went upstairs in his room, shut the door, and I destroyed that motherfucker. When I tell you, I destroyed, threw everything out, closets, drawers. I destroyed the room.
His clothes.
When I tell you I destroyed it, I went crazy in that room. And then I just shut the door and I left. I said, well, he's taking too long. And I left. And I got that phone call.
From him.
What did he say?
What did he say?
And he let you have it.
Yeah, I was crazy.
Was it Biggie that did this?
Cheating?
Yeah, it was Biggie Smalls. Showtime. It was Biggie Smalls.
Waiting to try to catch you.
Did you catch him cheating like in the act?
No, me and the girl talked. We communicated. We found out. Oh, he was with me here. He was with
love the ones that are like, okay, girl, sis, this is what's going on. Like that are not trying to take.
We became cool.
Yes, I love those. I love that. Yes,
I destroyed that motherfucker. Like that was crazy.
Don't be loving that.
No, but I was young. Before I even had children. Like I was so young and immature. The woman that I am today. I would say if that's your choice, then you go on your way.
So you've grown, you've evolved, is what you're saying.
I've grown and I'm more mature and I look at things differently.
Okay.
So you went to the boy mama house and did this.
I did.
You know how disrespectful that is.
I know that's why I did it. That was my thing. To disrespect the mother was my thing. Oh, I love to disrespect your mother because that would hurt you. So I would love call your mother all types of mother I
would have had to go out the park and pay some girls and drop them off at your crib at that point. It's like you don't do that. Yeah, you gonna get beat up now.
Was his mama old or was she younger? Was she like?
She was older. I mean, I was mad young, but she was, mama age. But I didn't give a damn about nobody's mother. I'm gonna tell you that. Let me tell you something. I would check a mother as quick as I would check a son and a daughter. I would check somebody's mother quick.
Sometimes the mamas don't even. I remember when I did. I didn't have to worry about the moment. She was still cool. I saw her in the grocery store a couple weeks later in Virginia Beach, and we waved to each other, said hi, and she know what I did to her son's car. This was years ago. years ago.
But the windows out your car.
And she was like, hey, Dorian. I was like, hey, Miss such and such.
Who are these people?
I have no idea, Green. I don't know who these women are.
I used to say police officer, so this was
I've
a police officer.
I've egged cars. I've egged houses.
Who was the police officer, Green?
I was dating a police officer, but the thing was he was married and his wife, me and his wife had the same name. That's foul. Like, no, first of all, no, it's foul that he's married, but then it's even more like weird that, my name's Dorian. Like,
well, that works for him though.
Like Dorian. Right.
Like, oh, Dorian.
So when you found out he was married, you keyed his car.
Dorian.
Y'all gotta you said so when you found out he was married, you keyed his car.
I slashed the tires and keyed the car.
And he's a cop.
He's a cop, and I did not get in trouble.
She crazy.
But he was married because he was married, though.
He was married. He
was married.
This is the feminist movement.
What is he gonna do? Call the police? What is he gonna do? Call the police?
Right.
Yes, he can.
He was the police.
And tell them, who is she to him? Why would she slash your tires?
It don't matter.
He would look silly. He would look silly to the force. No.
Right.
He was a Virginia Beach cop and a Norfolk cop at one time. So no,
So you literally, I mean, it worked out for you, but I'm saying you was banking on that. You were banking on that.
No, I thought I was going to get in trouble. I was scared. I thought I was going to get in trouble. All he did was call my mom and tell my mom what I did. And my mom just was like, well, I don't agree with what Dorian did, but you kind of had that coming, didn't you?
Like, oh, God.
You kind of had that coming.
But disrespecting somebody's mamas
I didn't care. I just didn't care. Like, if you disrespect me and if you said anybody said anything out the way to me, you got checked. That's just the way it was, Show. I don't know what to tell you. That's how I was. Like, I would have checked your mother. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you.
I would hit them where it hurts. You hit people where they hurt.
I know. Like, I'm sorry. I was a mother checker. Like,
mother checker.
No,
that's what I did.
I mean,
mother checker.
I would have had to send the Park Girls to Rich Girl, but like
I was a fighter, so it would have been what it was. Like
a cop's car, not a cop.
Was it dark outside, D-Man, or did you do it in broad daylight?
I did it really, really early in the morning, so the sun was just coming up. But this is the thing: I did 3 tires. And then I called my homegirl, I called somebody, and they were like, no, you have to go back because insurance is going to pay for 3. They won't pay for 4. So I had to go back to the house. And I had to split the 4th tire so that they wouldn't pay for it. The insurance wouldn't, so he'd have to pay for it out of pocket. That's a tip. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I wouldn't recommend that.
That's a tip. Don't do it.
She's giving a tip of what not to do.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Way back in my day.
I don't behave that way. Like I wouldn't recommend. Like, I'm so glad my daughter is nothing like me. Like, I'm so glad that she doesn't have that fire.
Let me ask you this, RG. So how old is Cool? How old is Cool, RG?
I say you're happy she doesn't have that G.I. Joe.
Right. Yeah, I am.
I am actually.
RG, how old is Cuda? 17?
He'll be 16.
16. Mm-hmm. So now, as a mother yourself, right, who has a son that's dating, what would you do if one of his girlfriends disrespected your house the way that you disrespected?
Let me tell you something.
I'm listening.
Let me tell you something, Poppy.
I'm listening.
It won't happen. I will not tolerate it. It won't happen. I understand that I did it. And I will go to her and say, look, I used to be just like that. But I'm going to tell you, I'm not having it. You're not going to put your hands on them. You're not going to disrespect this property. That's just the way it is. I used to be like you. You don't get nowhere. You get warrants out for your arrest. Got to go and hold it. You got to go to court, and all that comes with it. Do you want that?
What if she ain't trying to hear none of that? And she still want to smoke with RG, the reform RG. Then what? And he say, "Mama, I love her. You don't need to be talking to her like that."
Oh, double! Oh my God.
Then what?
She gonna put him onto the red pill at that point.
And she come in your house popping her gum, flinging her hair everywhere, doing whatever she want to do with all of the looks and looking at you like you. Okay.
Do it again. Say it again. What's the noise?
Just one good one. Sometimes, you know what? Sometimes you gotta hit them. Sometimes you do. No, you do for real. Because it's like to bring them back. You know, like in the movies when you shake somebody and you smack them. I don't smack. I punch to wake you up. It's like, wake up. Wake up. Right. So
and then she'll come to reality.
Then she'll be like, oh, you know what? You're right. I see it.
You know what, Mrs. Rich Girl? I was so wrong. You were right.
I see the light now.
As she has ice to her eye. You know what? I see it like that.
I'm gonna leave now. I'm so sorry, Miss Girl.
I don't know what I was thinking, Mrs. Rich Girl. This is your house. Yeah, I didn't mean to come up here and tear all your son's clothes up. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm so sorry.
Man, that will never ever happen.
It's crazy.
Never. I would make that heifer sit there and sew all them clothes back together.
It's crazy, but you did that.
I did.
But you ain't going for it.
I'm not going for it. He should have had a stronger mother. He should have had a mother like me. I blame his mother.
I feel you though. If I had a son, I would probably feel the same way. I'd be like, she's lost her mind. Like I would check her. Like, no, you're not gonna do that.
No, the thing is, women, when it comes to their son, all women become red pill. It's funny. It's hilarious. Even you tell your son, don't take nothing from that.
Here we go. Here we go. Let me say
women
something.
tell their son, don't put up with none of that shit. And then you
3, 2, 1.
Y'all will sit up here and get on me about talking about meeting Michael Jackson. You will let this guy come up here and talk about red, green, and purple pills like y'all, like he's freaking Steve Harvey, and y'all don't say nothing.
We checked them, but it goes nowhere. So
because they know they wrong, because they will do it. But if it was their son, it's funny because all women, when it comes to their son, it's like they know everything about red pill. Oh no, you
might cheat on a girl, but you wouldn't want a girl to cheat on one of your sons.
What? What are you saying?
You might, as a person, you might cheat on a girl, but you wouldn't want your son to be heartbroken and for a girl to cheat on him.
That's what you're saying.
I mean, okay, that's true, yeah, but
okay, that's true.
You promote y'all promote the behavior when the woman does bad behavior.
I don't promote it. We just gave our story.
It's wrong.
It's very
wrong.
They go to the this is our truth thing, right? But
it's not true. It's not true. I'm just speaking my truth.
Right.
This is our truth thing.
It also has to be a promotion.
I'm just speaking my truth. That's all.
Yeah.
It's my story.
And you sticking
to it. If it can help just one person, then I did good.
That's our testimony.
If it can help one person, then me destroying his room and keying his car and egging his house was well worth it.
Come on. Yes.
Absolutely not. Ask his mama that. I'm sure she got something different to say.
Right.
All right, man. Let's move on, please. Let's move on to what would you do? RG, you got some for us? Look in your crystal ball and tell us what you can find out for what would you do.
Okay.
Here we go.
I have another couples. What would you do? I love those.
Oh gosh, here we go.
Because we're grown. We're grown. So I like to, do grown people topics.
Right. Okay. What you got?
So what would you do in your the state that you're living now? Not the state like Georgia.
Right. We got you.
But the state that you're living in right now, like financially and everything.
Oh.
What would you do if someone offered you money to sleep with your spouse? $100,000.
Well, like indecent exposure, proposal.
Indecent proposal, yeah. Just one night.
No, she said a decent proposal. Give her a bell, please.
No, that's the name of the movie.
That is the name of the movie.
She said a decent proposal.
That's the name of the movie.
What movie?
The movie with.
Not.
What are you? Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Give me a bell.
Yeah, the
movie with Julia. I think Julia Roberts was the star of that movie.
No, Demi Moore.
Okay, I'll go with that. Yeah,
I will try to find that tonight. I've never seen it.
And Woody Harrelson.
Who?
Give her a bell.
Woody Harrelson. Y'all been waiting to give me a bell. Okay. I know I can't talk, so you ain't hurt my feelings at all. I have never said I could talk right. So
I claimed my bell, so it was cool.
Right, me too. My tongue is really just slippery in it.
Woody Harrelson is who you're talking about.
What?
Woody Harrelson. Demi Moore. Woody Harrelson
What I
and
said,
Robert Redford.
You know what I was saying, so
RG,
I was right.
Start over because I need to get the concept
Okay,
of what
so
I'm thinking about.
in the state,
go ahead.
your financial state that you're in now and everything.
Tell D. Marie what the movie, because you
somebody offers you $100,000 to sleep with your spouse.
It's my spouse.
No, for them to sleep with your spouse.
Oh,
jeez, Louise. Oh my gosh. Oh
yo, you know what? I'm gone. Signing off, Rich Girl. See y'all next Thursday. Subscribe to our YouTube and follow us on all social media. I'm gone.
They offer you $100,000
because I can't do this with them today.
For them to have relations with your spouse for one night is what she's saying.
I'm tracking. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay, RG, go ahead, please, ma'am.
And the person is for the guys. He would be banging fine, and the woman is sexy, big ass, big boobs, like sexy, for $100,000 just one night.
What would you do?
Yeah, hey, I get to say who goes, so you go first.
Okay, boss. Okay. What would I do? I'm going to turn it down, and I'm going to tell them to take that money and shove it where the sun don't shine. That's what I'm going to do.
Okay, let me raise the amount because I knew this was coming. $1 million one night with your wife.
Basically, she's saying you're all about the money show.
Right.
$1 million one night.
No.
With your wife.
No.
$1 million cash in a suitcase right here one night with your wife.
I couldn't do it because I still got to look at myself in the mirror today. Like, and I couldn't look at.
Oh, you can't spend all that money. You can look at yourself. If you can have mirrors all over your house in that big ass mansion you're gonna get, yeah, you can look at yourself. Hey, self.
For how much? $1 million? You said?
$1 million.
Do you think your wife would sell you for $1 million?
Ooh. Yes,
I mean,
she would probably much less.
I know he would do it.
She would be like $1 million for 30 seconds. Why not? I mean,
it ain't like it's gonna last all night. It's just
right, 30 seconds, man. Better go in and get that money.
Would you want to do a show? No, would you want to get the money if it was for a girl?
No. I wouldn't. I wouldn't be with it. I couldn't look at myself. I couldn't look at my spouse every day. But my wife wouldn't be with it. Like, I know she wouldn't be with it.
For $1 million.
She wouldn't sell you for that $1 million. I don't know any woman that wouldn't sell their husband for $1 million.
But like $1 million ain't like you can't live the rest of your life.
I don't know any woman that wouldn't do it.
$1 million is a lot more than what we got. So hey,
it's about 999,000 more than I got right now. So you're right.
A woman gonna look at it as this is for us and our benefit. You know what I mean?
But then, what if he's so fine that I'd be like, I just want him now. Like,
just give me a 500.
Is it more millions where that came from? Like, I might want him now. Like, looking at you, like, if he got that $1 million to give away like that, I don't wonder what I can get.
He just trash. Like, imagine what he'll really do with something that's good.
If he wanted $1 million, he wants $1 million for this,
right? For that, like, so just
have you ever gave me $1 million for this? I've given you this, and I've never gotten $1 million.
Hey, that's a speech she gonna give him when she leaves.
I've never gotten $1 million
to justify her move.
That's why. See, now you understand why I would do it.
And then she gonna ask Omar if he has a counter offer. He's gonna be like, I got $75 for you. And some food stamps.
Something. When RG does these, what would you do? It's always her selling off Oman or something. I'm really trying to figure out what's going on.
Yes.
Who's offering her money? Is it the little sugar baby, sugar daddies in the DM? What's going on? What's going on? Talk to us.
She's always ready to get him out of there. Always.
Family.
Always. Please let us know, RG, what's going on over there? Like, why do you always find the need to sell off? Please.
Trying to put it out there. We for sale. Like anybody trying to buy me our own life, we taking offers. We for sale. Check out our OnlyFans page. We doing what we got to do in these hard times. So I'm putting it out there.
Get your little boosie on.
The kids grown. We for sale now.
The kids grown. We for sale now.
We got to pay this tuition.
It's all love. It
right.
Right. We just D-Marie, what would you do?
$1 million.
I know me. I'm not gonna want to do that. I'm not gonna want to do that.
$1 million.
$1 million.
I can't do it.
What about for him? Would you let a woman sleep with him?
Absolutely not. No.
$1
million.
How about How about this? How about D-Marie? How about this? Hold on, D-Marie. How about $1 million and Miss Norfolk State? They say they're going to pay off all your student loans.
Whoa. Yes, absolutely. Run it up.
How about
Take your shirt off. Take your pants off. Get in there now.
and do that move I like. The move when you do like that. Do that move I like.
That you're into it. Yes. Exactly.
It's a go. Everything's a go. Absolutely. Right. Absolutely. Green, what you got? I think we know what you're going to do.
Right.
You said for $1 million, right?
$1 million.
Oh, you can have a whole girl.
What if it was your wife?
Oh my God.
What if it was your wife?
I don't care who it is. Unless it's my mama.
No, hold on. Your wife. Your wife of 20 years. Your wife.
You have the whole woman.
For $1 million. Are you kidding me, Green?
Easily I can replace her with I do well now, but I have $1 million cash. You know what I could do with it? You know what I could do with $1 million? The woman, she's out of there. I don't even know what to say.
The whole woman.
I don't even know what to say.
Even if you're madly in love with her, Green, even if she is,
everything has been happy. Y'all been in love. She's submissive to you, doing everything you like. Right. Someone offers you $1 million for your wife.
The whole woman.
You're gonna just give her away.
Not giving her away. $1 million. You just said $1 million.
Right,
I would never give away a submissive feminine woman for free. Hell no.
But for $1 million,
they're very valuable. $1 million. I know. I mean, granted, I know how to find another one, but I'm just saying, $1 million. She's out of there. I don't marry.
She's out of there.
Yeah. No. Yeah. She's out of there.
No.
She's out of there.
I just cannot believe
your life, Green. The love of your life.
And I'm not giving her none of the money. You said I can keep the whole $1 million.
And you're not going to give her none of the money?
No, you said
this is the decision that you guys are making together as a couple.
No, because I'm not gonna want to be with her anymore. But I want the money, so you can take the whole girl.
So now, if I know that I'm gonna lose you, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it because I'm gonna lose you.
Well, that's up to her at that point. You know.
So now you're not gonna get the $1 million, and you got to look at me all day, and you're not gonna get that $1 million.
Like I said, because
now you're gonna have resentment. Now you're gonna be mad at me.
I'm not gonna force her to do anything she doesn't want to do, but
you would kind of hint to it. It sure would be nice if you would get on your knees. It sure would be nice if you would bend over, bust it wide. It sure would be nice.
It would be nice if we had some extra income.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like you don't already do it. So
what's the harm in that?
Hey, you can have her. You know what I mean?
Green, I think the ladies are going to be happy after this show.
With the money, but I'm not getting rid of my spouse. Like, I would do it, but not.
I get $1 million. She'd probably be comfortable then, more comfortable then. Because, like, you're right, Rich Girl. She'd probably be like, I'm not getting none of that of this. And he's going to leave me. So she's not going to do it. But, like, if she got $1 million and I got $1 million, the woman might be more like, well, she might not.
What if both of y'all get $1 million and she wants to stay though, Green, and she's not trying to leave you?
Right.
That would be tough. Because now we have $2 million.
Y'all, we got $2 million.
Now we have 2 million.
Yeah,
so
2
now
million.
you have to next episode. I get to answer that. I have to really think about that. But if I get the million and I don't got to give her nothing, yeah, she's out of there.
Okay. All right. Well,
I wouldn't be with her. I would send her on over.
That's so harsh.
Okay. All right. Well, that settles it. That does it for this edition of Talking to Town Unfiltered. Hey, another show is in the books.
I keep it real up here.
You do, and we love you for that.
And the ratchet. I'm anybody got
speechless as always.
Yes, as always. Right. RG, what you got to say before we get out of here, man?
I just want to say, make sure that you guys follow us on all social media platforms: Instagram, Facebook. It's Talking to Town Unfiltered, and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, Talking to Town Unfiltered. If you're viewing us right now on YouTube, you just click that button right there and subscribe. It only takes a minute, and we'll see you next Thursday. Peace, health, and wealth,
and hair grease. DJ Green, what you got?
If you half step, you're gonna get half results, and hard work always pays off. Follow me on all social media platforms at I am DJ Green, and you can get to my business pages from there.
He closed his eyes again, y'all.
Always.
You know what? Sometimes he don't know how to close his eyes, obviously, because he gets mad.
I don't understand it. Why you have to close your eyes when you're saying only when you're saying your closing statement.
It's passion.
And it's like he holds his breath too because he's talking like.
I don't get it. All right, Dorian Marie, with all of her student loans paid off for $1 million. That's what you got, ma'am?
Until next time, y'all, be light, live light, and give light. Follow me on all social media platforms at The Fem Focus.
All right, that's what it is. You know, I said be thankful for what you have. It's always somewhat less. Tomorrow's never promised. So today, let's all consider ourselves blessed. We'll see y'all next Thursday. Subscribe to that YouTube channel. Peace.